Hey, what's going on, everybody? Checking out Operation Glasshouse, or Update 1.12 on Insurgency Sandstorm. Now, this dropped on Friday the 13th of May. We've been updating our community on YouTube. I've been posting the community pictures of the different things we were getting daily as they were pushing them out. Now we finally have the update entirely here, so we're going to go over everything that is in the new update. Now, there's a couple things that I want to go over, but the primary thing is the map. New map is always the big thing that the community is looking forward to, at least in my opinion. New map and new weapons are the big go-tos, but maps are fun because it changes the entire experience. Weapons, not as much. Maps definitely do. So we have the new map, Prison. And Prison was a winning entry into the community map contest. For those of you that don't know, New World Interactive love to do these community map contests where people can submit maps that they think should win to be officially recognized by the community and by New World, and then it gets put into the game. So that's what this map is currently looking at. Now you can see that it supports pretty much every single one of their game modes. New weapons, 2 shotguns, KS-23 and the KSG. Now, the KS-23 is going to be for the insurgents, and the KSG is going to be for security. You can see the different supply points. Now, we have a couple of free cosmetics. We have the captive and the detainer because of that prison. Now, there are, of course, DLC that they come out with every single time. You have the sort gear set for the security, as well as the woodland weapon skin, and then the brute gear set for the insurgents, and carbon fiber weapon skin for the insurgents as well. So this is all things that we have seen that they were slowly releasing, but the big bulk of things that we've seen that is coming in from this update is spawn protection modifications, which is fantastic. This is meant to protect against spawn camping in modes like push and quick respawn game modes like domination. So domination was riddled with an issue of spawning and dying right away. And domination is a great game mode to try and get into the game and understand what the weapons are if you're brand new to the game. That's great that they're actually fixing that, as well as push can be very frustrating when people have a perfect viewpoint on your spawn and they're able to just light you up. I like that they're doing this. So you can see 2 spawn protection timers. The first timer activates on spawn and lasts for 30 seconds. And then the second will override the first if the player moves or performs an action and lasts for 5 seconds. When players attack someone with spawn protection or are attacked while being spawn protected, they receive a message notifying them. This is similar to how friendly fire messages behave. That's really nice. Another thing I'd like to highlight is the map voting improvements. You can see that they reduced from 18 maps to 6. A lot more specific choices for the community to pick from. The random button is going to randomly select one of the 6 available maps, which is nice, rather than just taking one that isn't even available on there. And then removing the other button to cycle new sets of maps is very nice because it forces people to pick a map and then get into another match a lot quicker than just waiting and waiting for this voting system to happen. Now, ladies and gents, there's a ton of level design improvements and fixes. You can see there's game mode improvements as well. I'm not going to go through every single one of these things. There's a lot of resolved issues that if you want to, feel free to Control F and try and find some issues that maybe you were having on your system, whether that be Xbox Series X, PS5, or even the PC. You can see some of these asterisks that are going to show that there are still problems on, looks like Xbox Series X here for the asterisks. So it looks like they're currently working it. Now, as far as the actual things and what they look like, you can see this is the baton, and they have the shiv, which isn't showing up on the other side of this screen. The brute, the DLC sort. Here you have the carbon fiber, the way that the carbon fiber guns are going to look. And then we have the woodland as well. I would love to see if this is going to be a precursor to maybe some more woodland-based maps that are coming, but with the name Sandstorm, I don't know if we're going to see that, but it would be nice to see. Here's the closer look at the captive and the detainer. And then, of course, we have the KS-23 for the insurgents, and then the KSG for the security forces. And then, of course, taking a look at the actual map, Prison. Here are some of the screenshots that you can take a look at. Looks really cool. And now let's get into some gameplay. Looks like almost everyone's playing the Breacher class to really try out the new gun, which, hey, makes complete sense. But Domination is going to be your best bet, ladies and gents, to really try out all the guns, because there's no limit to how many people can play certain classes. But taking a look at the map seems pretty linear. You can see that 3 lanes of travel for this map, pretty simplistic. But the thing that doesn't make it linear is the amount of lines of sight that can be used to take out enemies that are moving onto the objective, or just in general around the map. Especially when I was playing Domination, you could definitely feel how many different areas people could hide. And for that reason, this map is just, it's got a lot of tight corners, very CQB. It's fitting that they added the shotguns for this update. How did that guy not get me?
Come at me!
You can see the enemy moving, and especially on the windows, there's a lot of second floor windows that you can look out into different areas. that make it very challenging to be attacking team if you're defending inside the building. And that's what I've been finding with this map so far. Oh! Do I like it? I like the map a lot, and I like the shotguns. However, I really would like to see at some point a new LMG of some variety, because the LMGs have not been getting the love that I think they deserve. No! So no head? No. I got him with a headshot. I didn't even... I missed the guy I was aiming at. Now what is interesting is that there are things that are going to give off audio cues. So if you listen here, you're going to hear the beeper or the metal detector that you go through, and those are different things that they added that I think add some value to this game, because sound is a big part of the game. As far as shotguns go, I got to give the advantage to the security forces with the KSG. The long tube having 8 rounds inside of that thing is incredibly nice, and not having to deal with the 4 rounds that this shotgun, the KS-23, has. It's just overall better experience with that thing.
Down!
Overall, what are my thoughts on the update? I think it's really good. It adds more value to the game, that's for sure. However, I will say that the close quarters map makes it very challenging, because there's so many different corners that people could be sitting, and especially when you get inside the prison. Push is very hard. You need to have smokes, and you need to have a good team pushing on all flanks and being able to take them out from the second floor of the building, of the prison, overlooking the area, especially on Alpha, as well as trying to get them out on the corner, because there's some really hard choke points on push specifically. And not only that, but the map, because of how large the inside of the buildings are, there's a lot of choke points that naturally will form. And because of that, it makes it very hard to be able to feel like you're having some success. I did have a couple of matches where we were doing really well, and then other matches where we were just getting absolutely destroyed. So it's kind of hit or miss depending on the team, of course. But overall, I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I think it's a good time. If you enjoyed this video, though, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to let me know. Smash that like button and subscribe button. Take it easy, take care, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next video.